to the Crypto.news show. Tony and Dorian back in the saddle for a timely edition of this show. Dorian just got back from Emergence in Prague, or Praha, as he informs me the locals pronounce it.
Indeed.
He's got some awesome guests that he interviewed live on the ground.
Yeah, ideally some cool alpha. I mean, there's a lot going on in the space. It seems, everyone was really happy to see Bitcoin at $100,000. It was a kind of surreal moment to be at a crypto conference when Bitcoin hit such a milestone. But
did everybody pop cork or something? What was the reaction
people,
like?
I guess, were drinking beer. I don't drink beer in Prague. I think that's a thing. They go to the monasteries. There's a lot of after parties, rooftops, beer, networking events. There was a lot, man. I got a chance to meet Frederica Ernst, co-founder of Gnosis. She is an incredible mind around encryption and everything that's going on, and sort of the frontiers of security. Cypherpunk, a Berliner, a really amazing woman. I just wrote a feature with a lot of her insights that's up now on crypto.news.
Awesome.
So I would encourage everyone to check that out. Other than that, I mean, it was awesome, man. Like I got a chance to kind of chat it up with Matthew Graham, co-founder of Mysten Labs, who are working on an AI combinator together with A16Z and Shaw, $5 million fund. I would encourage anybody working at the intersection of crypto and AI to check out that combinator and my interview with him. Also, crypto.news. But what else do we have to talk about? I mean, it's kind of a crazy intro for Emergence. I mean, it was awesome. Prague is awesome. It was cold as fuck, though. I mean, actually.
Well, maybe we could bleep that out. Just crypto news in general has been crazy. This past week, there was no shortage of crazy stories. Cardano was hacked on X. So was Wall Street Bets. That was the big story.
Wall Street Bets was hacked.
Two big stories in one day. The both of them.
So. Who? By who? What happened?
Well, you'll have to go to crypto.news and check it out. I'm not sure who hacked Cardano, but Charlie Hoskinson got right on the horn right afterwards and said, try better. He dared the hackers to try better. But it sounded convincing at first. At a glance, it was like a fake SEC lawsuit announcement, which made it sound like, oh, that sounds plausible because the SEC has been suing everybody. But not now because of the incoming Orange Man administration. So it was like, oh, once you think about the timing of it, it's like, well, why would they sue them now? Because they just named a new SEC chair, nominee, I should say. He hasn't been affirmed. It's Paul Atkins. So they're getting ready to transition into this new crypto-friendly administration. So it was kind of strange to see that lawsuit, but it was fake. So, but Cardano, hopefully.
It's the bull market. I mean, Trump trade is in. January 20th is coming up. I'm excited, dude. It's a good time to be in crypto. I'm hoping my bags are going to be full of bullion and crypto and Bitcoin and Ethereum.
Oh, yeah.
And what else? Chill Guy token, peanut. I want it all. Send it to me all, audience, please.
Dog with hat.
Dog with hat.
Dog with ski mask. How many dogs with X can we come up with?
When are we launching our Solana meme coin, dude? We have a platform. We need to exploit our viewers.
Yeah, and you would be a good.
Dude.
With your artistic background. You'd be an interesting person to launch NFTs with, I imagine.
We need to think utility. I will die on the hill that in crypto, finance is all that matters. All these monkey coins are worthless, but that's for another episode, my friend. Tony Nardo.
Well, let's get to your conversations. I was promised this would be a good episode. I just might stick around for it.
Okay. See you later. Kostas Kryptos. Thank you for joining us. Crypto.news podcast show. Here we are at Emergence 2024 Prague. Who are you and what are you shilling?
Yeah. By the way, I'm a cryptographer, like by profession. I used to be in the AI sector. I was hacked when I was 22, 23 at the university. And because of this, I eventually started to work with cryptography and security just because my AI stuff was completely destroyed by malware. And then my professor there told me, look, you have to be better in security. And this is how it started. This was 2003. And after that, I did a lot of deep dive into advanced cryptography algorithms. Some of my algorithms are even used today, either on the Web 2 or Web 3. And I joined Facebook after all of my commitment to the Bitcoin and Ethereum space as an auditor. 2018, I worked there 5 years, 3 years at Facebook, 3 years now in Mysten Labs and SUI, leading cryptography for many teams, very advanced stuff. I'm the nerd of the company, and now I'm a co-founder of Mysten Labs.
Great. And so what's going on with SUI? Is there a blockchain sort of battle playing out between all these layer ones? What's your sort of sense at where we are now in terms of?
So my personal view, right? So imagine myself coming from 3-4 different industries, or let's say communities inside the blockchain space. I was an auditor at Ethereum. I used to work with some of the first developers of Satoshi in my early days of my career. Third project was the Libra project at Facebook. Then I also worked on R3 Corda, which was a permissioned network, and now I'm SUI, and we're also building Walrus, which is a decentralized storage layer. I ended up on SUI after Facebook because the team that left Facebook to create SUI was the most powerful one regarding, I would say, innovation, brain substance, and all of these things. If you see how many teams were created by the collapse of Libra, like the Facebook project, I think the most either successful in their career people at Facebook, they came to SUI. I followed this team just because I thought, okay, we need a higher innovation rate. We need to change the narrative of even what Facebook was building because it was outdated in some sense. Like 3 years after, the Web3 space is moving so fast, we needed people who can invent new algorithms. And this is where, 5 of us, we created SUI, all of us big brains at the Facebook team. Facebook, in my opinion, at that time had probably the most expensive, but at the same time, the most capable team in the world of the blockchain. I've seen people that I knew from white papers, research conferences and all of this stuff. I never imagined there would be one company that would bring all of them together. And this is what happened at Facebook. And obviously, many of us left. We created SUI under one particular motto. We want to be the Apple of Web3. I'm not saying the Facebook of Web3, right? The Apple. And so we created an L1 that is super fast, very advanced algorithms. Literally every month, we're having a new idea that is adapted not by SUI, but also by the industry as well. Our CTO also created Move, the language, which is, we believe, in many sense, safer than EVM, like the Ethereum language, faster as well. And that's why we believe on this L1 being the most dominant one and probably the best option if we want to consider modern financial transactions. Going to the game industry because you need very fast execution and eventually new ideas on the privacy and identity.
Can you talk a little bit about rollups and snarks and sort of the bleeding edge of where we're at now?
I can talk about rollups, and I will say to you that rollups are very well required on Ethereum, which is a slow network. And obviously, you need to have L2s to compress transactions and eventually finalize them on, or at least give a ticker on the Ethereum network. SUI by itself is fast at the L1 layer. You don't need rollups in SUI. I'm not saying there will be a place where some rollups will be created for particular reasons. For example, if you need some extra privacy, maybe you need a rollup in this network, and then you have only the commitment of this zero knowledge or whatever is the algorithm that is doing the rollup into the SUI blockchain. But technically, what's happening with snarks is if the L1 is not very powerful to have a significant transaction per second rate, then you need to delegate it into another network. And these networks are called rollups or L2s or whatever you call them. Now you need an algorithm now that can compress all of these transactions into the main blockchain, the L1. Ethereum, for example, which is the main network that is now accepting rollups. This technology is called, there are two main ideas here. One is the fraud-proof system, like Arbitrum, and there is also the snark system, which is they're using zero-knowledge proofs. They are wrapping everything into a cryptographic proof, and they're sending this proof into the chain. Now, on Ethereum, this is important because Ethereum cannot scale indefinitely. It's not super fast, and they need this not for privacy. They only need this rollup to have more transactions by the L2s being reported into the L1. But Sui doesn't. So even if we're probably having one of the best teams on zero-knowledge proofs, we're mainly using it for privacy. Because zero-knowledge can be used both for compression and privacy. So privacy, you will see some of the best ideas in Sui. For example, in Sui, we do have sign in with Google, and automatically with zero knowledge, you have an account on Sui without even Google knowing about it. So this can enable, many users coming from the Web2 space, social network users, non-technical, just log in with Google or Facebook or Apple, and game over, you have an account on Sui. No mnemonics, no passwords. So I personally see the snarks being used for privacy a lot, especially now that we're getting into an institutional way of thinking, maybe I should go to Web3. The previous Web2 solutions are outdated. You cannot get transparency we want in a centralized system. We go to Web3, but privacy will come hand in hand, right? We need privacy. This is where zero knowledge, in my opinion, snarks are more important at the state, like we are now. And for slow blockchains, they're also used for wraps, like rollups, and eventually reflecting on L1s. Sui, in my opinion, is so fast that you don't need this.
You've recently moved re-domiciled to Dubai. Why did you decide on Dubai?
Oh, many reasons. Imagine there were 5 co-founders. 4 of us used to live in Menlo Park because we were Facebook employees. And all of the Facebook Libra team was, like most of it, was based in California. And then because we're 5, 1 of them in London, 4 of us in the US, we realized that some countries, including Singapore, Korea, Dubai, and some others like UAE, are probably the center of the world for having deals there, being able to help countries that are taking risks to go to new technologies by far higher than Europe, which is slower. Naturally, there are too many countries that they have to deliver into. Okay, what is the philosophy for the next few years? And even the US. So we decided to go to a place where our ideas, because imagine if you are delivering every month a new algorithm, you need to be to a place where you can apply this algorithm. So I personally decided to go there. I'm also educating local people in the region. I'm also a professor in Sharjah University, which is Sharjah is a big city in UAE, and we created Sui Academy. We were given also the resources to educate everybody on Web3, from individuals, VIPs, like people who are coming to the region just because it's the center of the crypto world at the moment still. So some of us had to be there. And I'm a person who is doing hackathons a lot. You can see me as a co-founder, but I'm still writing code. I'm doing designs. You can see me with a yoga mattress, night-all hackathons, not sleeping for 3-4 days. Pretty much they asked me, come here. Dubai doesn't have engineering capacity. The deals are happening here. We want you to create a new ecosystem of bringing energy, or even on the development side. So that's why I personally moved to Dubai.
Right, we got it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Kostas, thanks a lot.
Thanks so much.